conducting quality improvement initiatives and taking action when indicated, including the design of new services and the improvement of already existing services. The next box is tools need to be identified to conduct these activities. Tools need to be identified to conduct these activities. So what particular tools are you going to use at CD to ensure that quality improvement is going to happen continuously? Are you going to have regular reviews? Who is going to design those reviews? Are there going to be questionnaires or verbal interviews? Or are you going to send out emails? Are you going to do surveys? Are you going to do a face-to-face interview? Whatever tools you are going to use to ensure that everybody is performing up to par and nobody is lagging behind and there are no loopholes and there's no slack, you have to devise tools to measure that. What are your tools? Then we come to leadership organization. Next comes leadership organization. The responsibilities of the committee include, now this will vary from person to person. Each one of you will answer this according to your own understanding of how you are going to assign tasks and responsibilities across the board in your organization. But for a sample, as part of the plan, establishing measurable objectives based upon priorities identified through the use of established criteria for improving the quality and safety of agency services. Developing indicators of quality on a priority basis. Periodically assessing information based on the indicators, performance indicators. Taking action as evidenced through quality improvement initiatives to solve problems and pursue opportunities to improve quality. It's basically revolving and centered around the same concept. How are you going to ensure quality is maintained in your services at your organization, and what tools and what measures are you going to use to implement those, to ensure those, and to give evidence of your work? How to do it, how to show it, how to continuously keep on doing it, and how to give evidence that you have done it. These 4 things. The board of directors also provides leadership for the quality improvement processes as follows. For instance, define how leadership will support the agency's quality improvement plan, supporting and navigating implementation of quality improvement activities at your agency, and regularly reviewing, evaluating, assessing, and approving the quality improvement plan annually. Next, this planned communication may take place through the following methods. The methods can vary for each and every one of you. I'm just giving you my approach. Storyboards and posters displayed in common areas at the workplace. Recipients participating in quality improvement committee reporting back to recipient groups. Showing the agency's annual quip and sharing it with everyone via email and electronically, hard copy, sharing it, giving a presentation, PowerPoint slides, inviting everyone over to the workplace and putting up an audiovisual presentation, anything and everything that suits your needs. Newsletters and handouts, emails, letters, etc., etc., etc. Goals and objectives. Ongoing long-term goals. This is the section that I'm now looking at. To implement quantitative measurement to assess key processes and outcomes. To bring managers and staff together to review qualitative data and quantitative data and major agency occurrences to identify problems. To carefully prioritize identified problems and set goals for their resolution. To achieve measurable improvement in the most high priority areas. Prioritizing is very important so that time, energy, and money are invested where needed most. To achieve measurable improvement, the most high priority areas, I've just repeated, to meet internal and external reporting requirements, to provide education and training to staff and managers, to develop and adopt necessary tools such as practice guidelines, consumer surveys, and quality indicators. We next come to performance management. Make sure that in the first section you do mention resource availability, consumer preferences, and meaningfulness. I'll quickly skim over these. In resource availability, as it's self-explanatory, you have to make sure that there are adequate enough resources. The relationship of the results of the indicator to the cost involved and the staffing resources that are available. Consumer preferences, the extent to which the indicator takes into account individual or group preferences, for example, racial, ethnic, or cultural. And meaningfulness, whether the results of the indicator can be easily understood and made sense of. So can you make head or tail of the data that you've collected, and can you process it into meaningful data to guide your further practice? So you've collected raw data, now you have to apply the tools necessary to convert it into meaningful data to be able to guide your continuous quality improvement plan. Quality improvement plan. Organize a team that has knowledge of the problem and initiative, motivation, and opportunity for improvement. Consider the strengths each team member brings. Look for the engaged and forward-thinking staff. When you have to start a quality improvement plan at your organization or service, you automatically will reach out to those who are very thoroughly motivated, who are go-getters, who are initiative takers, who are so motivated and who are so driven that they are going to inspire the others to do the same. They are going to inspire the same energy in others. Because to start something, you need leadership qualities, you need motivated and driven people, you need people who will take the ship forward. So first, bring such people, harness their energies, and the others you will engage everybody, of course, but yes, the others will follow suit. Also, you should know the strengths of each team member so that you can capitalize on everyone's strengths, because everyone has their strength and forte. Make sure you assign their roles and tasks according to their strengths. After recruiting team members, identify roles and responsibilities, set timelines, and establish a regular meeting schedule. When are you going to meet to discuss performance, to discuss any issues that are arising, to discuss how everyone is doing? Start to implement your action plan. Be sure to collect data as you go to help you evaluate your plan in stage 3. Study, capture data, occurrences as they happen over time. Your team should also document problems, issues, unexpected effects, and general observations. Please, I've told you during our classes also, always inculcate the habit of documenting everything. A short pencil is better than a long memory. You must always record, keep records, document, jot down. You should always be carrying. Nowadays, recording is so easy. You have digital technology. We are living in this age where noting things down and recording things and even making notes to yourself is so important. You have technology at your fingertips. Even in those days, in the days bygone, when people who worked smartly, everything was written, jotted down, and documented. Okay, so do that. Observe. Record effects of things, whatever you are noticing, because that will guide you for further quality improvement practice. Now we come to check. Using the aim statement drafted in stage 1, plan and data gathered during stage 2. Do determine, did you plan a result in improvement? By how much or how little was the action worth the investment? Do you see patterns and trends? Were there unintended side effects? You can use a different variety and various number of tools to visually review and evaluate and assess your improvement, like a Pareto chart, a control chart, a run chart, a flow chart, graphs, etc., etc. Okay, act. Reflect on plan and outcomes. If your team is determined, the plan results in success. and then you standardize that improvement and use it regularly from now on. After some time, return to stage one, plan and re examine the process to learn where it can be further improved. If your team believes a different approach would be more successful, return to stage one. Always keep an open door policy, open minded approach. If something that even you were very enthusiastic about and you were championing and you were advocating and seconding that this approach is going to be the best possible approach, but when you physically in the real world, when you implement your plan, sometimes it happens that even with the best of intentions, our plans don't go according to plan. So, what do?